Hello, everybody. Welcome to NTV Celebrity Night. Today, we have a very special guest. His name is Mr. Venthan Pramugdha. He is a music producer, a director, composer, keyboardist, sound engineer, and more. And with you all today is me, Pramugdha Chowdhury. So, without further ado, I would love to invite Mr. Pon into this whole platform for all the viewers to see.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
How are you today?
Okay. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. How was your weekend?
Okay, weekends. Just staying at home and cleaning the house. Yeah.
I mean, weekends are when we all do our household chores and all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, Mr.
Okay.
Benton, I've read about your bio and like you are a very talented individual. Like you're a music director, you're a composer, but besides that, you're also a keyboardist, a sound engineer, and like the list goes on. So, like, where did it all start? Like, how did it all start? Like, tell us something. Tell me something about yourself. Tell all our viewers something about yourself.
Okay. Okay. My name is Venthan. I'm from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I was born in Kuala Lumpur. Uh, my father is a lawyer by profession, and my mother is a housewife. And I I I became more interested in music at the age of 15, I think,
15.
around 15, 14 or 15. Uh, I used to go for piano classes and keyboard classes at very early age. I think since when I was 8 years old. But I became more interested in music after when I was 15. Um, because I realized I could play the piano just by listening a tune or listening a song. I could just play
Oh,
it.
you can play by
So
ear.
play by ear. So
Wow, that is
people,
amazing.
friends and relatives around me. So they encouraged me. They said, "You have a talent." So
Yeah.
I didn't realize it's a special talent until people around me told me. So after that, I became more serious about learning music, learning music theory, piano, keyboard, and everything, and also Indian classical music made me even more interested because when I started learning Indian classical music, I became even more interested in the ragas, the talas, uh,
The cards.
in Indian classical music. So when I was 15 or 16, so I told my parents about my dream to pursue music as a career, but they initially uh, they didn't encourage me to pursue it as a career. They just said just
More
make
of
it
a
as a hobby,
hobby.
more of a hobby. Then once I completed my high school, and I came to know about universities and colleges offering music as a course, and I told my parents about it, but eventually they agreed to allow me to attend the courses and pursue my dreams. So
As a
after that,
musician.
yeah, after that, lots of YouTube videos, I attend lots of classes, YouTube videos, a lot of self-taught. I learned things by myself. I went to the internet uh, and tried to learn as much as I could. And I'm still learning, actually. I still learn.
Learning is a
Uh,
never-ending process.
never ending. That's true. And then I went to college. I learned about music production, sound engineering, and I many more about performance, about music theory, everything that I could learn about this music field. And in year 2016, I graduated from college with undergraduate degree in professional music. I studied at International College of Music at Kuala Lumpur.
In
And
KL
after that,
itself. lah.
KL itself, and after that, since my college days, I had the opportunities to work with a lot of artists, to play keyboard, to play for their recordings, and work for their projects. So after graduation, it was easier for me to get jobs because I already have the contacts. So they were impressed. They were impressed with my work, so it was easy for me to get into the real music industry. And while working, I learned a lot about how to deal with artists. Like different artists, they have a different kind of
Outlook,
expectations,
perspective. Yeah.
perspective and expectations, like what they want. So as a keyboardist or as a music director, I have to understand my clients' expectations, and we have to understand their taste also, and we work according to that. So it's not like playing music, doing music as a hobby is very different from doing it as a work, because playing as a hobby we can do anything we like, but as a job, when we treat it as a job, we have to fulfill our clients' needs. So that's a huge difference, which initially I find it a bit difficult, but eventually I got used to the process.
So,
And
Mr. Yes.
yeah,
Hello? Yeah, okay.
yeah,
So yeah, as you were saying that like you said it in the beginning that you were able to play by ear at the age of 15, and like me coming from a musical background, like I'm doing my diploma in piano as well, so I know playing by ear is not actually easy, and it's not like not everybody can do it. So that's seriously something like a very like I really look up to you at that point. And then you said that you started learning, taking piano classes. So which board of examination were you under? Were you under Trinity, ABRSM, or Rock School?
I started under ABRSM classical, and then as I entered college, my music education was more to contemporary music. Contemporary meaning is not very much classical; it's more to jazz, pop,
It's a
kind of.
mixture of a few. Yes.
Yeah, it's like classical is like Beethoven, Bach, so that's a classical, and contemporary is more jazz, blues, and pop songs. Like
Yes, yes.
songs we hear now. Yeah, so my classical initial education was classical piano, but in college I was more to contemporary.
So classical piano meaning like ABRSM, is it?
ABRSM too.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
where did you take up Indian classical music like ragas and thats and like this Indian classical music ragas? There's like a few hundreds of ragas if I'm not mistaken. There's Bhairavi, there's Yaman and all of that. So where did you take that in? Like did you go to a particular place like a college like Temple of Fine Arts, or was that self-taught?
No, initially I went to my master. My first Indian classical vocal teacher was um, late Mr. Reshan Mugam. He was a good friend of my father, so I went. He taught me. I learned about 6 months with him, only 6 months, and after that I had school examinations coming, so I couldn't
It's
continue.
tough to
But
manage both at the same time.
managed both of them. So he made the first spark within me to. He introduced Indian classical music to me, so I became very interested. And after that, I tried to learn myself. There was a lot of YouTube videos by then. I tried to learn different ragas, about different talas, and how they sing it in different way, like North Indian classical style and South Indian classical
South
style.
Indian.
My,
There's a difference. Carnatic and
mine,
Hindustani
uh,
music.
there are subtle difference between those. So
It's the words and all,
and
right? The pronunciation of the words and all, right?
pronunciation of words, yes, and also the instruments they use, how they play. It could be the same raga, but there are small difference between how they played in North Indian classical, Hindustani classical music, and how they play the same raga in South Indian classical music. There are subtle difference. So
Very
it's very
manner.
interesting, very interesting, and very. It's fun actually to know the differences and.
Yeah, it's, I mean, Indian classical music, if one were to venture into it, it's gonna take them years to like fully master it because it's so broad. Like
Yes, yes.
from what I read and all, it's like there's no like the relations and
Yeah,
all, I have to know a lot about it.
yeah. It's like a deep ocean.
Yeah, you have to swim through the
Yeah.
ocean and like grasp as much as you
Yeah.
can from every direction.
Yes, yes.
So I mean, as you said, I mean, as your father is a lawyer. So, and you said that in the beginning, your parents were a little, a little, I wouldn't say overwhelmed, but a little hesitant with the whole idea of you pursuing a career in music. Like, like, how did you like convince them? Like, over time, they accepted you doing your own thing, but like, how did you convince them that no, like, I want to do this. This is my passion. I can really make something of myself through music. Like, how did you convince them? Like, this is for the aspiring musicians out there, lah, those who look up to you, our viewers who look up to you, like in that sense.
No, after high school, my dad actually wants me to do A levels, so that because he was hesitant. He was not sure if I could make it in the music industry. So he wanted me to have a backup, like just in case if I can't make it, at least I have a backup to do other things to further my education in other fields. So he sent me to do A levels, but I didn't I didn't give up. I didn't give up
Dreams.
my dreams. I continued to work because it's my passion, and it's without music I just can't imagine my days without music. So even while studying, while doing my A levels, I still worked on my music. I tried learning as much, and so after completing my A levels, and they saw me, I was still
With
very
music.
strong, very strong in my decisions. So they agreed, and they allowed me to further my education in music itself.
They
So
saw
I'm
that you
very,
were determined to go through it all.
yeah,
Really, like
true. So
I am.
actually I'm very thankful to my parents as well, because they've helped me a lot.
Yes, yes. I mean, like having your parents' support is like having them there is like a mental support. It's like a pillar of strength that you can rely on. Like you have their blessings to go forward with all the challenges that come at you, lah. So
Yes.
following that, as you said, once you entered the music industry, you had contacts from beforehand, so you didn't really have that much of trouble finding work, is it?
Finding work, because I wouldn't say it's very easy to find work, because at the early stage I struggled as well to find work, because when we start off, it's not easy. It's quite tough
You have
actually.
to admit.
going to different studios, approaching different studios to look for jobs, offering others music directors uh, to ask them if I could work as an assistant for them, to just be a assistant in their studio. So I was asking for that kind of job. So I went to like about a lot of studios, and I sent like a lot of emails to different studios, different music directors, different companies. So it's only like out of if I send like 10 emails, I get like two response, and even that two the response is not like they'll see, okay, we'll see later, we'll call you. So that kind of response. But I would say I didn't give up. I didn't give up. I was about to give up. I was about to give up, but I didn't. I just stopped for a while, and I was thinking about my past, like all the struggles I've been through learning music, and all the time and money I spent learning music, and
Not
so
put it into waste.
when I thought about that, then that made me not to give up, but continue trying. So
The perseverance you had to go through it all, thinking back on your past, the struggles you faced.
yes. So as I continued looking for a job, I got a few offers. They just wanted to try my work. They wanted to see my work, how is my working, my quality, everything. So I worked for them with a very minimum salary, like not not much of money. So in early days, I had to do that. Sometimes I even had to work for free, just to
To
find
gain, to
jobs,
learn.
to learn and find contacts, and that's how
In
I,
the
yeah. And
beginning, it's
eventually then,
not easy, of course.
yeah, so eventually then, when they liked my job, they liked the way I work,
The quality of
they
music you
the
produce.
quality, then if they are happy and satisfied, that's important. Our work should satisfy uh, the company, or who we are working for.
The
So if
client.
that happens, if they are satisfied and happy, they would recommend us to their circle of friends or other companies. So that's how my network
Grew,
expanded,
expanded. Yeah.
grew, expanded, and I got a lot of jobs.
So, who
So
was your
I'm
aspiration?
really
I mean, sorry,
sorry.
I didn't want to barge in, but like, at 15 when you started out, who did you really look up to at that point? Like, who did you want to become like when you became a music director?
Okay, my role model, Indian film composer, Mr. A.R. Rahman and Raja. So these two people are my main role models. I look up to them. I'm still very impressed with their work, and
And they bring
there's
different new music.
yeah, new music, and how they can sustain in this industry. Like they could read the generations, even while generation changes, like
Change
younger generations,
what they want,
they
the
they
taste of the
uh,
music.
they can I don't know,
Figure
they can
out the
read
taste
the,
of what the
the taste.
generation.
Generation. Yes. So that's important. Actually, that's very important to sustain in this career, and that's something important I learned from them, and I'm still learning from not only them, all music directors. Each music directors have their own uniqueness, have their own style. So I learn from everyone.
Yes, yes. I mean, A.R. Rahman, he's a Nobel, no, yeah, Oscar winner, if I'm not mistaken. I think Oscar winner, right? Yeah. So yeah,
Yes.
his music is always. I mean, a a 5-year-old kid would enjoy it, a 70-year-old person would also enjoy it. Like, it goes for all generations. Everybody enjoys it.
Yeah. That's something he has his magic.
His touch.
His
His like
touch.
touch of it, yeah. So
Yeah, that's it.
yes. So Mr. Venthan, as I wanted to ask, so you've been in the industry for like how long, particularly in the music industry?
I started in the year 2013, so it's been like 7 years.
7 years. So
Seven
by
years.
far,
Hmm.
yes, 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 years. So like by far in your 7 years journey, what would you think is your biggest achievement?
Um, Biggest achievement. Actually, all my achievements are uh, very valuable to me. But biggest achievement, okay, I
Like
can
an
say
achievement that really made you feel good about yourself, like you produced it, you're very proud of it, you worked hard for it, and you're proud with the outcome.
okay. There's a special project which I wrote lyrics for Indian playback singer late Mr. S.P. Balasubramaniam. Um, so it's a Diwali song, and that's something special because I before that I never even dreamed about working with someone
So big.
so big, and it's actually a blessing. I feel very blessed to work for his song, to have written lyrics, and also I worked as a music supervisor for his songs, three of his
Did you
songs.
did you get to meet him personally?
I met him, but I didn't get to have a conversation with him.
I mean,
So,
it's okay, you're young, you have a long way to go. You can definitely meet him 5 years down the road. You can definitely see him. That corona
uh,
go.
yeah, but sadly, he has just passed away
Oh,
6 months back. I think a few months back. Yeah,
oh,
so
it's
it's very
unfortunate.
sad, unfortunate, but I'm still very blessed to have at least worked.
Work with him.
Yeah.
Is there any particular music director? I mean, I know you're going to say A.R. Rahman, but is there any other particular music director that you want to meet in the future, want to work with in the future?
I wanted to meet I wanted to meet actually all music directors. Actually, I couldn't pick anyone, but I'm very desperate to meet Mr. Ilayaraja. He's a famous
Yeah,
he's a famous music director in South India. He's a top music director during the 80s actually.
80.
So yeah, and
In the current,
current there are few my there is this music director, his name is D Iman, and another music director, his name is Anirudh. uh,
Ravi Shankar. Ravi Shankar, I
Anirudh,
think.
yeah, Anirudh Ravichandran.
Anirudh,
So
very
yeah,
famous
this
now.
these music directors here, these people are my very favorite people. So if I have the chance, I would like to meet and
Work with
work with them.
them.
Yes.
So, okay, so as we were talking about, who you would want to meet in the future, besides meeting, what are your like future plans? Like 5 years down the road, what do you want to like? What are your plans for the future? How do you, yeah,
Okay, my future plans. I would like, uh, that's right. I would like to work on more international projects. I'm looking forward to work with various artists from various countries all over the world. Not just in Asia,
Europe?
not just, yeah, even in uh, any other country. Different countries have their different kind of cultures, music, their taste. So I would like to. It's actually fun to actually work with them and know their culture and their kind of
to
music and work with them.
experiment with their way.
Yeah, true. So that's something I look forward in my future. And also, there are a lot of young and upcoming talents in this music industry, and some of them they've come to me. I'm doing my best to guide them and mentoring them so that whatever experience and knowledge I've gained through my career, I would like to pass on to the young generations,
Future
and so that
generation,
future
aspiring.
generations, and so that uh, they would also become a successful musicians or artists, and
Make their mark in the music industry.
make their mark in the music industry. And yes, so that's my future plans. Yeah, a lot of I would like to work with a lot of talents with different kind of backgrounds, different cultures, different countries, and yeah, have fun making music, and at
Experimenting,
the
learning.
yeah, at the same time we can actually, music for me, music is something divine actually. So a musician can inspire a person's life in a very positive way. Like if we feel sad, or we feel if we are in love, or we listen to songs, we feel sad, we listen to song, and we become
Cheer up,
cheer
happy.
up. And when we are happy also, we listen to music. So music is part of life actually. Music is part of a musician can inspire
A lot of
a
people's
person,
life.
a lot of business. So my music, I would like my music to inspire people, have a positive impact on
People's life.
uh, people's life. So do other musicians. They also feel the same. That's every musician's goal, to touch people's heart. So, and in that way we can contribute to a healthy society, I guess. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
as you said, your intention is to touch, everybody's life, give them a positive outlook. So, with that, I'll just read a few comments from viewers who has been inspired by your music. So, there's one from Miss Pon Vanilla. Vanilla. Sorry, excuse my pronunciation. Is she a family?
She's my sister.
Oh, the sister supporting the brother here. So she said,
Yeah.
proud of you, bro. Keep going. Oh, that's nice. That's very sweet. And there's
Thank
another
you.
one. His name is Sarvin Raj. He said, proud of you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
So I was gonna ask, like, is there any particular genre that you like any like jazz or something that like what do you listen to in your free time? Is there like a particular music you like listening to in your free time, like jazz or blues or like Indian classical music, 70s, 80s, or like right now, like beatboxing kind of music? Is there any particular favorites you have that you like listening to more often?
I listen to all kinds of music. I like listening to all kinds of music, but in particular, my favorite is yeah, Indian classical. Definitely, is my favorite, and also blues and pop, hip hop,
Hip hop.
and yes, and I can't just specify anything, like all kinds of music. I even classical, symphony, orchestral music, or world music, like tribal music, Arabic
Opera and
music,
all.
anything which sounds
Music in
nice, and
general.
music in general. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, music, there's sound to everything. Like right now, as I'm speaking to you, it's not very relevant. Like my earrings, for example, they're like hitting against each other and it's like cymbals playing. So it's like you can produce music from anything. So only like if you have the idea to it, you have to know how to make use of the music around you and produce something that inspires people and keep them going.
Yeah, true. Like me, when I do composing, I compose music. I get inspirations from a lot of. I get inspiration from nature, like you said, sound of nature, uh, like everything, anything which is around us,
Surrounding us.
can surrounding us can inspire us to come up with a tune or with a rhythm. So that's how sometimes we get inspirations to make new music.
So during
Yeah,
this corona situation, since in Malaysia there was a lockdown period for some time, so in that phase, were you like has that been a very fruitful time for you where you got to produce more music, or was that like a very challenging time for you?
I would say actually I got a break actually to actually stop and think about my career goals, and also I got the opportunity to learn new stuff, learn new things. uh, how can I upgrade my skills, and so I would say it's I made use I made use of this corona time,
So
lockdown period,
it has been a
to the
very effective period for you then.
effective period. I guess so. Yeah,
So
but at the same time, a lot of our friends, a lot of our musicians, some of them are struggling to make a living, because a lot of their careers have been affected, especially performers, stage performers, since there's no performances,
performance,
live shows,
live crowd.
there's no live shows. So I hope and pray that the situations come back to normal by next year, and
With the vaccines coming around.
every one of us who has been affected, they can return to our normal life. I hope and pray.
So with that, Mr. Venthan, we're close to finishing up the show because of time constraints. We would like to know more about you, but unfortunately, we have to wrap it up soon. So before leaving, what advice would you give to like future aspiring music composers like yourself who are now watching the show? What advice would you give them?
Okay, very importantly, know what you want to do. Like, know the specific goal, what you want to do. Whether you want to be a music director, or you want to be a singer, or sound engineer. Uh, have a clear goal, and you have to learn. Go after the knowledge. Just learn from wherever you could. Go and approach a music director or a sound engineer, or go to the internet. You should never we should never stop learning. Learn as much as we can, and never give up. Sometimes situations will happen, which which can stop us from taking further step, but never ever give up. Never ever give up. Know your long-term, short-term goals. Plan your long-term goals and work accordingly. And never stop learning. Appreciate other musicians, other senior musicians in your career. Approach them, and learn from them. Try to learn from them, and hopefully by God's grace, everything
You
will be
wouldn't.
success. Yeah.
All right, thank you. That is some really sweet and nice advice that you've given. And one of the thing that I've really learned from what you've said today is that, when you're struggling and when you feel like giving up, always look back and see how far you've come and never give up. In the end of the day, keep pushing through. And I think
That's
I personally appreciate that advice, and I think the viewers would also appreciate that advice. So with that, I'll conclude for the night. Thank you, Mr. Venthan, for giving us this opportunity and time to get to know you both better, letting our viewers see you and learn more about you and get more inspired by you. So thank you for being with us, being with NTV Malaysia.
Thank you very much. I would like to, if there's time, could you allow me to
Yes, yes.
play a short
Yes,
piece in
yes, we
my
would love
keyboard?
to hear you play. Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, because I think my playing is a bit better than my talking.
It's okay. We would love
Yeah.
to hear you play.
So it's just a song, a Hindi song called Mere Rashki Kamal, just a short one.
हमारे रश के कमर. Okay.
Can you hear? Can you hear? So
That was
that's
wonderful.
yeah. So that's dedicated to all our viewers, and
I think you made a
thank
lot
you.
of people's day tonight with a happy, joyful song.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for Thank you for having me as a guest speaker for tonight, and I would like to thank Mr. Kaiser and NTV Malaysia, and also I would like to thank my friend Mr. Klip Shanesh for introducing me to NTV, and I'd like to thank everyone. I'd like to thank my parents. I would like to thank God, and I wish everyone a happy and healthy and wealthy year ahead. May God bless everyone. And
I mean, thank you, Mr. Venthan, for coming in and being with NTV and giving all the viewers such a good note and like happy advice and like sweet, lessons for all. So thank you for being with us. And with that, NTV, to all our viewers, thank you for watching. Stay tuned with us all the time. There's 3 more days left to 2021, so let's just hope for the best, and hopefully 2021 would be a year that brings us all joy and new hopes and new beginnings. So, and before going, I would also like to thank Mr. Kaisar Hamid Hannan, who's our correspondent for NTV Malaysia. Thank you for giving us the platform to address such talented individuals to the platform and letting everyone know about them and learn from them. And also our operator, Mr. Kajol, for helping us throughout the whole show and assisting us. And with that, thank you to the viewers. Thank you, Mr. Venthan. I hope all of you have a great night. Stay tuned for the next NTV Celebrity Night because we'll have more guests coming in. So I hope to see you all there again. Thank you.
আপনার অনলাইন অভিজ্ঞতা পাল্টে দিতে ntvbd.com বিশ্বের যে কোনো প্রান্ত থেকে যে কোনো সময় সরাসরি দেখতে পাবেন এনটিভি। পড়ুন, দেখুন, মন্তব্য করুন ntvbd.com।